Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's July 7th, 2025. Great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang, and I'm coming from you live from New York City. I will be doing some media a little bit later on today, this morning. If you have a chance to watch me on Yahoo, I'll be on Yahoo Finance streaming from 10 until 12 noon Eastern time, 10 a.m. till noon. So that's 2 hours. After that, I'll be going to the New York Stock Exchange to do a hit for thestreet.com. And then after that, I will be doing Schwab streaming, Schwab TV at about 2:30 p.m. with Nicole Petalides. So if you have a chance to watch any of those, please tune in. So the Yahoo Finance is going to be a fun one with Julie Hyman. So anyway, let's get to it today. So it's just going to be kind of a brief update here today. Of course, we've had a 3-day weekend, a nice 3.5 days off of no trading. We only had a half day on Thursday, full day off on Friday, and of course the weekend. So we had 3.5 days of decay, and we're seeing that the volatility is starting to get paid back, as we talked about last week. We said that volatility, if it comes down on Thursday, was going to rise right back up on Friday, and sure enough, it did. And Friday morning, of course, saw the futures really selling off quite a bit. We've recovered quite a bit of that loss overnight and this morning, but still we're down a little bit right now. It looks like we are down about 13 handles on the SP 500. NASDAQ down about 78. Dow Industrial's down about 9 right now. The VIX is up only about 9 cents. It was up quite a bit earlier overnight. VIX futures up at 1855, so that is up a little bit. This is the July futures that's going to be expiring in a couple of weeks. So that's something we certainly have to take a look at and pay attention to. So what's happening with the markets here? As you can see on the chart, the SP 500 has had a nice string of wins for the past 6 to 7 days. Russell 2000. Let's take a look at that chart here for you. IWM has been notably stronger than the beginning of July. First day of trading in July, we had a huge outside day over here, followed through on July 2nd, and then July 3rd also closed at the highs over here. We are not really close to an all-time high, about 5% away, maybe about 242 roughly. So actually more than that, about 9% away from an all-time high. So it has made a nice move off of those April lows from 170 all the way up to about 223, and you can see that. That's been a sharp move, but we're right at the top of the Bollinger Band on the weekly chart. Daily chart looking much better than it has been over the past. Let's open that up, widen that out a little bit. Certainly looking a lot better than it has over the past couple of months. Inverse head and shoulders here. You can see the left shoulder here, right shoulder here, the head right over here. That kind of projects out to a very, very large move, probably up to 300 if it continues to play out that way. Okay, 300 on the Russell 2000. Oscillators are somewhat overbought right now, and we can see that in let's show you the overbought, the NYMOT, NMOT. We're up to 174. We're heading up to nose areas would be up here. This is the New York Stock Exchange McClellan oscillator. We also have the NASDAQ oscillator, which is the NAMOT. Not quite to that nosebleed area yet either, but still moderately overbought. 197 is a moderately overbought. So what does this tell you? This is a red flag for the markets here. You have to pay attention here. This is a condition. It's not a signal. If we get into this 300 range, it really certainly is a frothy market over here, and have to be looking for some downside here. So we're not quite there yet. We could get up there, certainly up in this 200 to 250 range. You've got to be careful. You got to be cautious here. Have some puts on. We bought some puts late in the day on Friday. Those we're happy we had or Thursday. We're happy to have those puts on. Happy to have that protection on. We raised a lot of cash as well too, so we have a lot of cash ready to put to work if some opportunities show up for us. So I'm just telling you right now, this is not a good time to be aggressive. This is not a good time to be putting all of your chips on the table and seeing where we go, because there's a lot of speculation out here right now. We're seeing a lot of the junk names starting to rise to the top, and usually Historically, what that's meant to me and what's meant to the markets and so forth, when the trash starts rising to the top and so people start adding and feeding into the trash stocks, you know what they are, the small cap stocks that really have no business going higher. That's usually the end of it. So we'll see if this thing can play out a little bit longer. The wall of worry is still up right now, even though the sentiment is starting to turn bullish here. Once it turns excessively bullish, which could be in a week or two, then we maybe have a turn down, because people aren't really expecting that to happen. So later this week we have some economic data that's really interesting to look at with the PMIs, the ISM numbers. We'll also we won't have the inflation reports until next week. Also, earnings coming out from this week. We'll have Delta out this week on Thursday morning before the open, but next week is when all the banks are going to start reporting, starting on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So that'll be interesting to watch how they do. They've been performing very well for the past 3.5, 4 weeks. So these are something to be paying attention to. Why is that? Because if the earnings are good and the stocks falter, that means that good earnings had already been baked into the price of the stock. So we'll have to see if that happens. But we have a long way to go here. We're just getting started with the second quarter earnings season, which starts actually kicks off this week, but we'll see more coming out next week. So I think it's going to be it, everyone. Have a great day. I appreciate all of you joining in with me today. I'll be back for a regularly scheduled daily bites on Thursday morning, back from the home base, and I hope to see you guys then. And if you're in the chat room, I'll be in a little bit today, here and there, but trying to say hello from time to time. But you know what the drill is, right? Keep a lot of cash, have some puts on, reduce your sizes, keep your opportunities in front of you. All right, have a great day. Appreciate all you spending a little time with me today again, and watch the shows today. Watch Yahoo Finance if you have a chance, and make some comments on Twitter if you can, and then also later on today, Schwab at 2:30 p.m. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.